Video number 85 from MythoReligio series, Book 4. Ancient Pyramids Worldwide, Part 2. Meso and South America. Dear fellow truth seekers, in the past few weeks I have shared with you some mysterious megalithic constructions in Europe, the Middle East, and in South America. And until today, it remains a mystery as to how did our supposedly primitive ancestors build them. Last week, I have shared information about some other ancient megalithic constructions in a specific pyramidal shape that are found in Africa, i.e. in Egypt and in Nubia or Sudan. Now we'll continue sharing information concerning pyramids in Meso and South America. The Great Pyramid of Cholula. Like Egypt and Nubia, Mesoamerica is also home of several pyramids. Unlike the pyramids in Egypt, the pyramids in Mesoamerica have truncated or flattened top. Although the Great Pyramid of Khufu in Giza, Egypt, is the most well-known, it is not the largest. There is a larger pyramid known to exist in the world today, which is called the Great Pyramid of Cholula. This Great Pyramid is located in Cholula, Mexico. In Nahuatl, the language of the Aztecs, it is called Tlachihualtepetl, meaning artificial mountain. And indeed, this pyramid is so large that it looks like a natural hill topped by a church from a distance. The church was built by the Spanish in the 16th century CE. The construction of this temple pyramid complex is believed to begin from the 3rd century BCE until the 9th century CE in honor of the feathered serpent god Quetzalcoatl. According to the Guinness Book of Records, this pyramid is the largest pyramid as well as the largest monument ever constructed anywhere in the world, with a total volume of circa 4.45 million cubic meters, larger than the Great Pyramid of Giza, which is circa 2.6 million cubic meters. Although the Great Pyramid of Giza is higher at 146.5 meters, or 480 feet tall, or around as tall as a 49-story building, whereas the Cholula Pyramid is only 55 meters, or 180 feet, or around as tall as an 18-story building. But the base of the Pyramid of Cholula is 4 times the size of the Pyramid of Giza. Here is an artist's impression of what the pyramid complex might have looked like originally. The origin of this pyramid is still a mystery. According to Aztec myth, it was built by a giant named Zelhua after he escaped a flood in a neighboring valley of Mexico. Furthermore, this site was once called Achololan in Nahuatl language, which means a place of flight, which led some to believe that this site was indeed founded after its original inhabitants fled from elsewhere. The Pyramid of the Sun. The Pyramid of the Sun in Teotihuacan, Mexico, is another one of the largest pyramids in the world, after the Great Pyramid of Cholula in Mexico and the Great Pyramid of Giza in Egypt. The name Pyramid of the Sun comes from the Aztecs, who visited the city of Teotihuacan centuries after it was abandoned. The original name given to the pyramid by the Teotihuacanos is unknown. According to archaeologists, the first construction stage at around 100 CE brought the pyramid to nearly the size it is today. This pyramid is circa 65 meters or 213 feet tall, that is about as tall as a 21-story building. The orientation of the structure may hold some anthropological significance. The pyramid is oriented slightly northwest of the horizon point of the setting sun on 2 days a year, August 12 and April 29, which are about 1 divinatory calendar year apart from the Teotihuacanos. The day of August 12 is significant because it would have marked the date of the beginning of the present era and the initial day of the Maya long count calendar. The long count calendar keeps tracks of the days that have passed since the mythical starting date of the Maya creation in August 11, 3114 BCE. We do not know who built this pyramid. We only know that it was built more than 1,000 years before the arrival of the Nahuatl-speaking Aztec in central Mexico. There are many more pyramidal-shaped structures found in Mesoamerica. Here are some of them. Chichen Itza. Chichen Itza has been widely studied, excavated, and restored more than any of the other Mayan cities. Yet, its history is still shrouded in mystery, and there are many contradictory theories and legends. Chichen Itza is 98 feet or circa 30 meters tall, or around as tall as a 10-story building. It is clear that a large Mayan community thrived here between 700 until 900 CE. Uxmal. Uxmal was a religious center and metropolis in the Puig Hills of Yucatan, Mexico, from the 7th to the 10th century CE. The area, which was built and rebuilt, features a variety of different architecture styles and magnificent structures, including the Pyramid of the Magician. Like Chichen Itza, this pyramid is around 30 meters or 98 feet tall, or around as tall as a 10-story building, and is the tallest structure in Uxmal. According to local legend, the magician god Itzamna built the pyramid single-handedly. Inca Pyramids. The Inca pyramids built by the Incas were called huacas. The Incas built pyramids for various purposes, and they built hundreds of them all over the kingdom. They used mud bricks of clay mixed with dry straw of corn plant as binding material to build them. When the Inca people found a pyramidal complex built by other culture, they built their own Inca temples on top of them. Some of these old pyramids range from 10 meters to 50 meters, or 32 until 164 feet in height, or between a 3-story to 16-story tall buildings. The pyramids were used for political and administrative purposes, just like a town hall, where the local authorities live and manage the community. Some Inca pyramids were used specifically for human sacrifices to appease the gods and punish hostage enemies. As you can see, archaeologists typically date the constructions of the American pyramids as much later in comparison to the Egyptian ones. This is in accordance to the commonly known term of America being the New World as opposed to Egypt being a part of the Old World. These Mesoamerican pyramids are also considered as built by either the Mayan, Incas, or Aztecs, the 3 great civilizations in Mesoamerica that flourished between circa 750 BCE until circa 1500 CE. But surprisingly, in 1941, another pyramid was excavated in South America, in Peru to be more precise, that is probably even older than the pyramids in Egypt, at the time when the Mayan, Incas, and Aztecs weren't supposed to be there yet. So, who built it? The Pyramid of Caral. Starting from 1941, the archaeological site of Caral was excavated. It is a large settlement in the Supe Valley near Supe, Barranca Province in Peru, some 200 kilometers or 124 miles north of Lima. Caral is the most ancient city of the Americas. It encloses an area of more than 60 hectares and accommodating more than 3,000 inhabitants. It was inhabited between roughly 2600 until 2000 BCE. Which means that Caral was contemporary with the Egyptian pyramid era. The main pyramid at Caral is 60 feet or 18 meters tall, or about as tall as a 6-story building and almost as large as 4 football fields. Caral is located 22 kilometers or 14 miles inland from Aspero, a well-studied archaeological site of the ancient Norte Chico civilization located at the mouth of the Supe River on the north-central Peruvian coast. As to its age, carbon dating estimated Aspero could go back to 3000 BCE, whereby samples from the nearby site even revealed a date of 4900 BCE. Those objective findings were nevertheless seen as impossible, being far too old with what was known and hence not accepted. Ruth Shady Solis announced in Science on April 27, 2001 that the carbon dating of the site revealed that Caral had been founded before 2600 BCE. The impossible carbon dating results of Aspero now seemed more likely, and Caral had become the oldest city in the New World, older than the Giza pyramids. Dear fellow truth seekers, in this video I'm not going into deeper analysis yet, nor share my personal theory. Right now I'm just sharing some information concerning these megalithic constructions first. However, based on everything that I have shared in this channel alone, I can confidently state that the chronology of humanity's prehistory is incorrect. I think our prehistory is much older than what is told by conventional historians. I will go into the details when it is time to do so, after sharing all the information needed to draw a conclusion. There are many more pyramids found around the world. I will continue to share them with you next week. For now, allow me to thank you for watching and hope to see you next week.